Hello friends, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Santa Claus. I'm Chris Kringle. I'm Megan Aldridge, and here we talk about all things books, writing, grammar, and more. If you haven't already, please make sure to give this video a like. It helps out my channel a ton. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Today we're talking about how to elevate your YouTube channel and getting your first 100 subscribers. This is a goal that I recently hit a few months ago, and so I felt like I could finally talk about the subject to you guys. I have 5 categories I'm going to be going over today, most of which are free or very little cost to you, so anyone who has a YouTube channel can implement most of these at no cost. Category 1 is personal. These are things that you can do as an individual to grow your channel. Nothing about all the technicals and everything like that. One of the very first things that you need to be able to do is to connect with your audience. Whether that's showing your face on camera, showing your personality more, dressing up for the holiday seasons, you want to be able to give your audience something that shows a piece of who you are. Comfort. You need to find a way to be comfortable on camera. Otherwise, viewers will find it very awkward to watch your videos because if you're giving off awkward vibes, they're picking them up. If you watch some of my first videos versus some of my more recent videos, you'll see the drastic visual change in how I present myself on camera. I used to just kind of present myself in what I thought was like a more neutral sort of way, and that is absolutely not what makes me feel comfortable. I feel comfortable having my hair done, having darker clothing, having my makeup on. That's what makes me feel confident on camera. And this will also come in time, but if you have a shirt or a lipstick or something that makes you feel confident every time you put it on, start putting it on for the camera. When you feel more comfortable and confident, it's going to convey on the camera 100%. Make videos in the style that you want to. Don't pay attention completely to all of the other YouTubers in your niche. While that can be absolutely helpful in getting started and how you should be presenting information, you should be presenting it in the way that you want to. So whether it's certain editing or where you're sitting or your background or whatever, find out what you like, what your style is, and implement that. Do not fight with people in your comment section. People are not going to like your channel. It's just a given. Not everyone has the same tastes, and sometimes we get haters in our comment sections. But the worst thing that you can do is argue with them. Especially as a small channel, it's going to come across as you are a very confrontational person, someone who causes drama, and that's not the kind of person that most people want to follow on YouTube. Most people are here to learn something, to engage in a community, to be uplifted in some sort of way. So you arguing with other people isn't making that happen. Engage with your fans. If someone is leaving you a comment, absolutely comment back to them and ask them something. If someone comments on one of your videos, don't just say, hey, thank you. You do want to thank them for being there, but maybe ask some sort of follow-up question. For instance, one of my favorite questions to ask people is what genre of book they're writing when they talk to me about their books. I love to hear about people's books. I want to hear their synopsis. That makes me so excited. So I love to ask that follow-up question to people, and most people want to talk about their books. So they will answer me, and the more comments that you can create in your comment section, the more impressions that YouTube will give you, which will in turn boost your channel. So not only are you building a community, you're helping your channel as well. Do not sub for sub. I've seen so many channels recently telling you, hey, I know everyone says this is bad, but it's actually how I grew my channel. And they grow to a certain point and just kind of stagnate. And you can tell on these videos that they sub for sub. The quality is terrible. They're not really giving you any information. It's just thrown together, and they've got, 100, 1,000 subs purely for the fact that they did sub for sub. If you do that, your channel, yes, will see an initial growth, but it's going to stall and die, and it's going to be very hard to get it up and running again. Follow and engage with others in your community. You want to build a community here. You cannot do this on your own. Literally, if you want 100 subscribers, you need 100 other people in the community with you. That's not something you can just do by yourself. So follow others, chat with people in the comments. Don't just do it for the sake of getting followers. Do it to build a community. Make connections with other people, whether it's the YouTubers themselves or other commenters. And don't think you're going to build a successful channel based on just friends and family. That is never going to happen. I don't know anyone who that has actually worked with. Most of your friends and family won't even subscribe to your channel, let alone watch, like, and comment on any of your videos. And that's what matters here. You want people watching your videos, liking them, commenting on them. You need engagement. Subscribers will come with engagement. So don't rely on just friends and family. If you're going into it thinking, I'm going to have 500 instant subscribers, you know, that's how many Facebook friends I have or Instagram followers, it's not going to happen like that. So don't get your hopes up. Next up is equipment. What are the two elements of a video that you can instantly judge? The video quality and the audio quality. If you don't have these things down, it's going to be very hard to gain and keep subscribers. So first up, I'm going to talk about lighting. Now, my lighting today is a bit darker than my last video. It is dark outside, it's cloudy, so most of my lighting is natural light. That's the best light you're going to get, is natural light. Over here on my left, I have a giant window next to me that I get my light from. What I did next was change out the light bulb in my office from a yellowy sort of tone, and I changed it to an LED white or daylight bulb. That has helped tremendously. But I also wanted something a little closer to my face, so I went on Amazon and I grabbed this ring light. It is one of the lower budget ones, so it's not huge, but it does make a big difference. You can also get small little ring lights, just however you can get light on you, that's what you need. Sound is insanely important. Don't just rely on whatever camera you're using. I use my iPhone 13 Pro, but I do not use the microphone inside the phone. I use this microphone here. It's not insanely expensive, and I can probably get one that's way better. It soaks up a lot of the echoes that happen in the room, and I feel like it really catches my voice and makes a nice crisp sound. Something else that I personally did was upgraded the camera that I use. I went from an iPhone 8 to the iPhone 13 Pro, which made an insane difference in my video quality for sure. But if you can't afford to upgrade, you'll want to go into the settings of your phone or camera, whatever you're using, and find what works best for the location that you're in. So depending on your background, the color of the background, the lighting that you have, the room that you're in, the distance you are from the camera, all of these you need to figure out. You need to go in and change the settings and figure out what works best for you. Don't just accept the defaults as they are. Background, you want to have something in the background that doesn't distract from what you're talking about. You don't want to just have like an open area where your kids or your husband or whoever's walking behind you. That's going to create a huge distraction. Have something that's visually pleasing. I have my bookshelf because I talk about books and I love books, and I sometimes will turn and reference a book, but it's also just something that, you know, it encapsulates what my channel is about, and it's visually pleasing, and I don't think it distracts people. I also recently added these lights so that during different holidays I can have them going. I mean, these are my like Christmassy sort of twinkling lights. If there's anything that I'm describing in this video that you want to check out, go in the description box down below. I have affiliate links for everything. Don't worry, affiliate links will not cost you any extra money. I just get a tiny little commission off of anything that you might click off on the purchase. If you decide you don't want to use the affiliate link but buy that product, that's absolutely fine, totally up to you. These are just some of my recommendations. Now, because I am an Apple user, I have access to great editing software for free, which is iMovie. That's where I edit. I get asked that a lot from people. I edit with iMovie. I find it very user-friendly, and I'm learning more and more every time I upload a video. Canva is also insanely important for my channel. That's where I make all of my thumbnails, is on Canva. When I have different pictures pop up on the screen, that's from Canva as well. I also use the Keynote app on my Apple laptop. That's great for fonts and transitions and photos and things like that. I didn't know about Keynote until just very, very recently, and once I discovered it, I was like, this is a game changer. It's free on my laptop at least. I don't know if it's on non-Apple laptops, but if you have an Apple computer, you will have access to Keynote. It's very tricky at first to try to learn it, but once you do, it's so insanely helpful. Here are a few things I did with Keynote. Now, a lot of times I get asked where I get my audio from. I get my audio from the YouTube Studio. You just sign into YouTube, go to YouTube Studio. On the left, you scroll down and click audio. That's where I find most of my audio, but if I want something that's not just like a background, I want something different, you can also go to Epidemic Sounds. They have royalty-free music there, and memberships aren't insanely expensive. All right, next up is content. You want to make sure to listen to your audience. If you're uploading the content that only you want to upload and your audience is not responding to it, then you need to find out what they will respond to. So you can do this by trying new things. Now, on my channel personally, I never had any intentions of doing vlogs or tags or those sorts of videos. But after I did one or two of them just to kind of try and see what would happen, you guys loved them. They're some of my most popular videos, and now I know every once in a while to throw in a vlog, to throw in a tag video, because my audience responds to them. You also want to make sure that you're uploading consistently. Whether you decide to upload twice a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever schedule you want to pick, make it consistent. Now, along with trying new things, you might want to try, on some days you upload bonus videos like I do. I upload every Tuesday, but on Fridays, sometimes I upload a bonus video. It's not every Friday, it's very random when I upload a bonus video. If you follow me consistently, you may notice that this video has come up way later in the day than it usually does. I'm trying out different times of the day for upload and seeing how my audience responds to that and how my videos perform. Now, something that I do not hear from many creators, but that is a total game changer on my channel, is live streams. I was struggling so hard with watch hours. Watch hours are going to boost your channel so much because the more people watch your video, YouTube is like, hey, people are watching the videos. So then they turn around and boost your video to others, which makes people watch it, which makes people subscribe to you, which makes YouTube boost your videos, and on and on and on. So live streams has been huge for me. If you can get 5, 10, 15 people on your live stream following you for an hour or two, that's a huge boost in your watch time in just a couple of hours. In my first live stream, I had more watch time in that one live stream than I did in all my other videos for that month combined. So if you're looking for watch hours and other ways to boost your views and find a wider net of people, absolutely try live streams. Next up is marketing. The first thing people are going to notice about your video is your thumbnail. So you need to make sure that you are creating visually appealing thumbnails. You don't want to be blurry in it, have it hard to read what you're saying. If you go back and look through my most recent videos, you'll see that there is a pattern in my thumbnails. I am always to one side of it with 3 to 4 words next to me. This is a great format to do because you don't want your words on the right side of your thumbnail, because sometimes there's little pop-ups on that side of the screen and it makes it hard to read. So you want to get your text to the left side of your thumbnail. You want to make the text big and readable, which means you don't want more than 3, 4, 5 words in it. It doesn't have to match your title. In fact, it's great if it doesn't match your title. It gives them just a little more information, something that hooks them to read your title. So next we're going to talk about the title. You need a descriptive title that draws in your audience so they know what to expect from this video. You also want to make your title searchable. If I just uploaded things and said Megan Aldridge talking, like that would not do anything. Or if I uploaded video number 123, that is not going to be searchable. You want titles where people are going to say, okay, I've been on YouTube forever, I'm struggling to get my first 100 subscribers, and they're going to go on YouTube and type in how to get my first 100 subscribers on YouTube, which is going to be very similar to the title of this video. You need it to be searchable. I also like to do little tags at the end of my titles. I like to do AuthorTube because if someone is searching AuthorTube, my videos will pop up. I don't do it on all of them because not all of them pertain specifically to AuthorTube. Some are BookTube, some are more businessy or grammar. Hashtags in your description box. You need to be very detailed in your description box. You can include a few hashtags for people to find as well. They will type in these keywords and your video will pop up for them. Be detailed. Repeat what your title is in different ways with some of the same keywords. If your title is how to get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube, in your comment say, today I'm showing you how to get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube. The more that you put in your description and your title and your hashtags and even say it in your video, because YouTube is checking that, what you say, the more your video is going to be found when people search for these specific videos. And speaking of titles and thumbnails, if you have been on YouTube for 6 or plus months now, go back to your old videos and revamp those. By now you may have found what is or is not working. So if you go back and one of your videos is titled Video 1, that's not searchable. Find a better title and rename it. If your thumbnail is all blurry or just non-descriptive and it doesn't really give any information about your video, then redo the thumbnail. This will get a whole new set of people coming in to view these videos on your channel. And always, always, always make sure that you are your first view, like, and comment on every single one of your videos. I've seen so many complaints from people saying, oh, my videos have no likes or no views, and I don't understand that. You should be the first person who's doing this on your channel. A view on your video will make YouTube show it to other people. So if you watch the video all the way through, then it's going to show to someone else, and on and on and on. If not even you are watching your YouTube videos, YouTube's gonna say, why would I show this to anybody else? You also need to figure out where to post. If you're posting on your personal Facebook page, that's great. You're going to get a couple of views there, but join different groups, find the hashtags that are gonna work, whether you're on Twitter or Instagram, find Facebook groups that you like, Facebook pages. You need to be posting on more than just YouTube. Some people will tell you that's not great, but a ton of my initial views came off platform because no one knew who I was on YouTube, but they did know who I was in these other communities. So based on my interaction with them in a fantasy writers group or a critique partner writers group or an AuthorTuber group, whatever it was, they knew me there, so then they checked out my videos, and again, leads to more subscribers outside of that, because if you're bringing people onto the platform, YouTube is like, hey, I see you, we're gonna promote your video. And the last category is experience. A lot of this you are going to have to just learn as you go. You're going to learn to edit way better than you were before. If you watch some of my first videos, the editing was awful. Just awful. Things were slow paced, there was no transition between things. I didn't really know how to talk or how to present myself. So you will get more comfortable on camera. You will learn how to edit. You'll learn how to edit things out or what you should be editing in, how to transition from one scene to the next. You're gonna learn how to frame yourself. Again, watch some of my first videos. I'm all out of frame. Now, I'm in the center third of the frame. You can see my body fully. So you're gonna learn how to frame yourself properly. Again, these visuals will help keep people on your channel. If you're all out of focus or you're weirdly framed in camera, people are not going to visually like it and they're gonna click off and not subscribe. You're also going to learn a ton of behind the scenes tricks. For me, again, I use an iPhone 13 Pro to record myself. Unfortunately, iPhones do not come with little flip-ups so that you can watch yourself while you're recording. So that was my problem for a long time. I was recording myself but couldn't see myself in the frame, so I had no idea what was going on. They have like little mirrors that you can attach to the back of your camera. I didn't get that because I didn't know if it would be like the same angle as the camera, so I just didn't want to mess with that. So what I did was bought this. It's like a little rear view mirror that is attached to my tripod, and if I look down, I can see it right now. I'm perfectly in frame, and it's just below my camera so that if I look at myself really quick, it's not super obvious. And that's another thing. You're gonna learn how to look at the camera. People want to connect with you, and the way to do that is looking at the camera. I feel like in my first few videos, I was constantly just like looking down, reading my script, but the more comfortable you get, you're going to be able to just kind of talk to the camera, maybe look down at your notes for a second and look back up. Check yourself in the frame, look back up, and you're gonna learn, hey, when I look down at my script, I need to stop talking and then get back to you guys. So absolutely use your own experience to elevate your channel as well. So one thing I see a lot from other YouTubers is they talk about analytics, 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 analytics. That does not help you if you're a brand new YouTuber. Analytics will not matter for a while because what they do is they take averages and tell you how you're performing versus your last video, or they say, hey, this is typically what you do. That's not going to happen for a while. For me, I feel like it took about 30-ish videos, and that's what I hear is the average. It's going to take you about 30 videos before your analytics really even matter. So if you're just starting out, don't focus solely on the analytics. Yes, they're important. Yes, you should check them out. And yes, you should learn how they work, but don't rely solely on your analytics for a little bit into the process. And the last thing I want to say is just be patient. Growth is different for every single person. Keep in mind, no one has your channel. No one provides your content. No one has your style. So to think that you are going to grow like someone else when you're presenting something else to an audience, it just doesn't make any sense. So stick with it. Keep growing your own channel. If you can only do one little thing at a time, that's okay. Just strategize. Pick one little thing at a time that you can do to elevate your channel bit by bit by bit. You don't have to do everything at once. And please let me know in the comments below if any of these points that I covered you would like me to go more in depth into, such as how I edit my videos or so on. So that's what I have for you guys today, how to elevate your YouTube channel to get your first 100 subscribers. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more bookish and writing related videos. And I want to wish you the best of luck in getting your first 100 subscribers. Do not give up. I promise it will happen. You just have to keep going. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.